What up, everybody? Good morning. Today I am. Wait, can you guys see me? Yeah. Um, yeah. Today I am doing a little vocal comping. Just wanted to kind of go in and make sure that my vocals for this cover were kind of gelling together. Originally, I had everything as one take, but I think there are some little weak points mostly with my vibrato. The in some of these parts, I think either sometimes is like a little bit too shallow. Like I didn't versus it sounds like I'm just like vibrating versus really doing a purposeful vibrato. Um, but anyway, yeah, basically just making sure that everything is sounding the way I want it to sound. Um, there's a lot of opinions about you know punching in and the ability to do one take end to end. But um, one of the reasons why I make sure my recording setup is so consistent. It's in a room that's completely dead, so there's no reverb whatsoever. And I let my stuff warm up the same amount of time every time. Part of it's just the ritual of, kind of getting ready and preparing to sing some vocals. But also part of it is, aside from my tone of voice, which I know my voice at this point, I can reproduce, kind of any of the tones usually pretty well. There's no other variables really. So, in terms of punching stuff in, if I can reproduce my tone, then that's it. It's not like, oh, I was in this other room over here with this mic, and now I'm doing it with this mic in this room. Like, every single take is going to sound, pretty much exactly the same if my voice is kind of within the same ballpark of tone. So, in that way, my punch-ins sound very natural. And obviously, it might require a little manipulation in terms of moving stuff around for timings, breaths, but for the most part, you might be able to hear it here, but there's really, in the context of the song, there'd be no way for you to tell. So, yeah. And just know that I can do it in one take. You can see. That was actually what I was going to do, but this one vibrato in the front was bugging me. So, anyway.
Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the
only thing.
Is the only thing, is the only thing that slowly stops. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all the things I have to.
Oh, it's still not using the right instrumental. Oh, that's going to be a killer. I feel like it's time. All right, shit. All right, let's save this as comping. Comping. What if there's any other ones where I did comping ground? Oh, I did kind of. Vocal comping too. Okay, and yeah, and I started really late because I had to poop, and because I went for a little bit longer walk this morning, so maybe it might just make sense to just work on the instrumental. No, you know what? I want to do the comping. I'll stick with what I said. I do what I say I'm gonna do. See my handy dandy to-do list? Boom. That's how I know what to do every morning. Basically, just the night before, go ahead and write down the stuff I need to do. So, right now, my to-do is comping vocals and continuing to add delays. So, either way, I need the vocal track for that. And to be able to add delays, I should really know what's going on in the instrumental. So, yes. let's go ahead and render this. Just the everything but the vocals. We'll do it as a wave because we don't want to have to mess with the offset. MP3s will change where they start because of the encoding process. I don't know what it does. It like shifts it a little bit. So whenever I'm moving another render to another project, I always render as lossless. So wave files or AIFF. AIFF. Alrighty. All right. This one especially tastes like, it's so chocolatey. It's like chocolate milk. I put my espresso. I do espresso with fresh beans, and then I do a little bit of steamed whole milk, so it's kind of like nice and creamy. Yeah, I just do one of these every morning because honestly, even if it didn't have the caffeine effect, I just kind of like the taste. It's like dark chocolate, but a drink, and I love hot chocolate. In fact, I love chocolate milk and chocolate-based drinks so much that when I was younger, there was so I went to Cornell, and there was like a parents come to campus day when you're your first year that you're there. And my dad lived in San Diego, and then my mom lived in PA, but they had like some sort of medical conference. So either way, no, it was just me. So no one could come. So my buddies were super nice, and they were like, "Hey, like, why don't you come to dinner with us, like, and our parents?" And I'm like, "Awesome, like, that sounds great." So we go to this nice steakhouse, and it's I think they're definitely had some good monies. So but either way, it's not like steakhouses in Ithaca, New York, are going to be like Peter Luger expensive, but either way, it was a nice restaurant. And everyone goes around the table, even though we're all 18, we're like, yeah, bourbon and, and a steak and, whatever. I'll have a, Manhattan and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then it goes around to me. And I'm pretty sure I just said like, yeah, I'll have like the New York strip and a chocolate milk. And the funniest thing is that there was no joking. Like I didn't say that ironically. I didn't say it with any realization that might be a funny thing to ask. I just I just wanted chocolate milk. That was that was it. Oh my god. And it's so funny. I feel like some part of my brain just like wasn't active until I was like 22. Before then, like I was literally just like a fucking child walking around in like a man's body. So obviously. But anyway. Okay, so this should be done. I don't need to save anything from that. Go. Bop. Bop. Let's also see what this is looking like dynamic wise. Oh. Interesting. Okay.
Eyes is the only thing.
I wonder how on time these are. Not very. Yeah. I should probably redo those actually. Damn, those are really off time. To do. Re-record acoustic acoustic guitar to a click, so they say. But to me, it's a dot, 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 dot. Not really a click. It's more like a bop. I always feel so like boring when I record to a click, but it's needed. Like it actually makes a song sound less like it feels emotional when you're in it. But I don't know, for some reason, like if it's out of time, I don't do it in a flattering way. There's out of time, like you're just in the pocket, but I'm not in the pocket. I'm just straight up off the beat. So fuck me. Anyway, all right.
Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made.
All right, so we're comping here. Let's.
Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's making that slowly stops the ache. Is the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's making that slowly stops the only thing that slowly stops the ache. Slowly just the only thing. Just the only thing. Slowly stops the. It slowly stops the ache. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of.
Damn, my shit is really off. Or unless I'm like.
Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops. Eyes is the only thing.
Yeah.
Eyes is the only thing.
Yeah. Is this one better? You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not a trained singer. I'm just a dude making music. So you know what? If I gotta redo this because my timing is shit, then that's just what it be. Well, it's also there's no drums to this part, so like it's a little hard to like, and without bobbing my head like this, which is gonna make it the vocal sound weird. It's hard to just like in my head have that rhythm without any drums or anything.
Listen to my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly. It's the only thing. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I ask, and it's made of, and it's made of all. And it's made of all, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. And it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. But if the pain goes on, but if the pain goes on, but if the pain goes on, eyes is the only thing that slowly. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. But if the pain. But if the pain. But if the pain goes on, eyes slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things.
I wonder if I just like do a little quick one of this to see if if it really makes that much of a difference. I feel like it's going to. Can't even really hear the click above my own playing, so maybe this might be off too, but I need to make this louder.
Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the eyes is the. I push my fingers into my eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the only thing that slowly the only thing. It slowly stops the ache. Only thing that slowly stops the ache. Fingers into my eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all. And it's made of. And it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way in. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside.
Better at guitar, but you know what? We're doing the best we can with what we have.
I push my fingers into my I push my fingers into my.
No.
I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. But if the pain goes eyes, it's the only thing.
Maybe I'll try it with just the vocal.
I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. Eyes, it's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of.
Maybe I should just do.
I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. I push my eyes. It's the only eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. Jesus, it never ends.
There's something about the delay that's a little unpleasant.
Eyes, it's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take.
I'm not really loving that delay.
Fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I.
Let's try it again.
Fingers into my. Fingers into my eye. Fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. But if the pain goes on, fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. just the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends, it works its way inside. But if the pain goes on, eyes, it's the only eyes, it's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends, it works its way inside. Jesus, it never ends, it works its way inside. Jesus, it never ends, it works its way inside. But if the pain goes stops the ache, and it's made of all.
All freestyle. That's not so bad, actually. So I feel like I want to bring this over to the instrumental. So we're supposed to be doing comping right now, but you know, it's almost like meditation, man. Like there's so many rabbit holes you can go down. I think this was not a bad rabbit hole necessarily because the timing was a little off, and the part of the vocal comping process, I think, in addition to getting the right vocal take, is like putting together the real lead vocal. And putting together the real lead vocal in this case was getting some of the timing right. But it's hard to figure out what feels in the pocket timing wise if the main instrumental is off. So I'm going to be making choices for the vocal that maybe might not make sense if this was recorded correctly. Sometimes timing off is fine, but I feel like for this it was more distracting from the groove. Like it's acoustic guitar. Like this should be just like just like, head bopping. But I feel like if your head's bopping and then it's not quite, you're not quite there, like it's distracting. So I ended up trying to re-record it, and my timing is just as bad. Maybe I should have a session guitarist do this. Or maybe I just need to practice recording on a click, because that's crazy. I don't know why. I mean, I don't play guitar, like rhythm guitar, perfectly like that all that often. So I guess maybe that's why I'm not as good as I'd like. But it actually ended up yielding a pretty interesting result, because I tried out this new thing where I was like, well, if it's easier to just strum one chord at a time, created a new little sound. And, this is kind of the before and after. Versus oops. Maybe that even still has a place. I didn't realize all these are playing at the same time.
stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends, it works its way inside. But if the pain goes on,
There's also something about this delay that's like a little weird. It's like resonant. So it's not that. It's this delay bus. Where did I put the delay vocals? I feel like I don't know if I even like that delay. Like that, I don't know. The plate sounds like it's accentuating all the wrong stuff. Like that sounds a little better. It's a little more in the distance.
Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends, it works its way inside. But if the pain goes on, until my veins collapse, waited as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate. I've wished for this, I've been. Eyes is the only. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the air. Eyes is the only thing. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache, and it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends, it works its way inside. Eyes stops the ache. It slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all ache. And it's made of all things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way. Jesus, it never ends. It works it all. Stops the ache. And it's made of all things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works it.
All right, so oh man. All right, well, it's time to move on to the next session. So, what should I do with this? I have a changed instrumental, so obviously I need to bring this over and see if it really gels.
Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of and it's made of all things I have to take. And it's made of all things I have to take. I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops. Eyes is the only thing. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. Eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all things I have to eyes is the only thing that slowly stops the ache. And it's made of all things I have to take.
All right, I'm gonna bring these over. All right, let's save this. Okay, all right, I'm gonna take a little break. Yeah, I feel like I need to reevaluate what I'm doing because I feel like I'm going in a few directions. So I'm gonna take a little powwow and then we'll